Flex, flex, your hustle. Flex, flex,
Every day
flex,
you gotta
your
hustle.
hustle. Flex,
Each and
flex,
every day.
flex, your hustle.
Major
Flex,
Bill.
flex, flex, your hustle. Hey, flex, 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 your hustle. Hey, flex, 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 your hustle. Hey, flex, 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 your hustle. Hey, flex, flex, hey, flex, your hustle.
Welcome back to the Flex Your Hustle podcast, and we're here for episode 10. This marks the 10th episode after a long journey interviewing so many guests. And now for this episode, we have Sam, and he's joining us representing his brand Freedom Fit. And we're going to dive in deep and find out more about fitness, how he built his brand, and how he has managed to solidify his name in the North. How are you, Sam?
No, I'm all good.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I know I'm good, man. It's nice to have you on the podcast. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Thanks for the platform, and actually, you guys are doing a very great job to expose us a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
good. I mean, if you have your brand and you build something, it makes all the more sense to be aligned with people that are building their own things, because by virtue of association, your brand gets exposed. But before we dive into that, Sam, I want to find out a bit more about you. Where do you come from?
Uh, Actually, let me say from the streets of Arandes. From the street of Arandes, and yeah, I started school there, and I have been actually Erongo region. Is known for its sports. It's a very sport oriented region. So I used to play sports, and which was now soccer at first, and then I dive into boxing.
Okay. And how was it on the soccer? Were you a good soccer player, like Messi levels, or or were you chancing?
Now what happens is I was a very good soccer player. The only problem was now people always used to take advantage of my shortness since I'm short. But yeah, so what actually happened was this. In my street, there were like we were like a lot of guys in our street that used to play soccer. And as we go out and play soccer, they used to play defensive position. So me, I'm a striker. So what normally happens is this: when we do the selection for the team,
Yeah.
then the back line it's always the guys from my street,
Yeah.
and then also like the midfielders, few midfielders. So then me as a striker.
Yeah.
So then maybe sometimes I will start, sometimes I will go in second half. So what happens is when you're in the street and talk, then they are like, no man, your CV is very small. That's why you don't play full game. So for me, I was like, okay, it's fine. If my CV is small, then maybe I should start looking for other alternatives. So then when I'm always on the bench, then the boxing coach will pass by, going to the boxing gym. So that's how I started joining the boxing. And whenever the coach comes, pass by, and then I always go to the boxing gym, because now if you are out of the game already, you don't have game for you. So and me, I want to be active. So I need to go to the boxing gym, and then I go and exercise. Later, I end up liking the sport of boxing, and that's how I started my fitness career.
That's actually great. So now, like, in boxing, is there any like height preference? Does height really matter in boxing?
From my point of view now, people always look at you as a short person, maybe. But I have never been this. I never felt like being short is a disadvantage. I never experienced that. Actually, I used to struggle when I shot with a fellow short person.
Oh, so like short people are quite dangerous in
Not
boxing,
really dangerous, just because now you're not used to that,
to the height.
to the height, because you are always used to fight the taller guy. Now you fight the shorter guy, then it's like something new again. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's good to hear. So like in school, you said you guys used to play soccer, and then you decided, no, let me leave the soccer, let me go start boxing. And how was the experience? How old were you when you started?
I started when I was 12 years old.
12 years old.
12 years old.
Okay.
And what happened was this. With boxing, I was so good. And there was a point whereby our coach moved to Windhoek. That's now Coach Hiskia. That's the guy who introduced me to real fitness. Because even before I started going to the boxing gym, there was already other coaches there. But I never used to like because now they give you tough training, then you just stay away. But Coach Hiskia is a guy that taught me, like made me fall in love with the sport and with fitness because he was always easy with you. And at first I didn't know really what he was doing, but as I grow into my fitness career, I came to realize why he was actually doing everything that he used to do. Yeah.
And I guess something that you said is that sometimes the workouts can be too hard that they can make a person not want to come back anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like we might dive into this later, but it's important, I guess, when someone is training someone not to push them too hard in the beginning, because you can chase someone away from a sport, because of the difficulty of the training. But how did you manage to overcome that?
Check, man. What happened was this. When I remember I told you about the story about when the coach moved to Windhoek, and then there was a time whereby I was training. We were just training by ourselves without no coach. So, but then we were on and off. So what happened is there was a boxing match in Swakop, and then I went there, but I know for sure I was not prepared. But
Were you fighting in Swakop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went for a boxing tournament.
Okay.
So then I get this one guy, and I was really struggling to beat him. But I know for sure I won, but it's just that I was struggling to beat him. But now when the results came out, then the other guy was the winner. For me, I was so angry and frustrated, and I decided already in my heart, like, I would never box in my life again. So then I went to the dressing room, and then the coach from Swakop now came to the dressing room also, and then he goes like, he find me already in the dressing room complaining. Then he goes like, I know you are feeling bad. I know you did win, but if I make you win, you will get a big head and you will never start training anymore. Or you will feel like you are good, you are so good and you don't need to train. But I make you lose for you to feel that pain. That changed my whole life. That's why up until today, I never miss a training session, or I never stay away from training. Because you have to stay ready all the time.
You have to stay ready. Someone's going to run up on you ready to box. So now, in that situation, even something that you said, that if you win the first time you do something, you can grow a big head. And I feel like it doesn't only apply to boxing. I feel like in any aspect of life, when you are trying to achieve something and then you do good the first time, without any mistakes, like it's flawless. I feel like sometimes we grow a big head and are like, this is too easy, and then we lose appreciation for it. And to hear that now this is the reason why you've continued training, it's truly amazing. So like after that first boxing match, did you continue boxing or did you leave it?
No, I did continue because now I was taught where I lacked. Because even me myself, I know I could do better.
Okay.
So what I did is I just had to go back and then just train hard and stay ready and just stay ready. So what happened after that fight? It's like this coach, since I never had a coach now that time, we just trained by ourselves. This coach would always call me and like, no, maybe in 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, or a month's time, like, no, you're having a tournament where prepare yourself. So then I'll be preparing myself, and then we go. When we go there, when you go into the ring, he could see that I'm really doing well. Up to a point whereby, in a Rongo region, when it comes to a 56 category, I was always the one representing it.
So you were number one in that 56 category?
Yeah, we were a lot of guys there, but I was always the one representing the 56 category.
Okay.
And people are always wondering, like, where is this guy from? No, this guy from around there. Who is a trainer? No, there's no trainer.
There's no trainer. So they must have thought you were a madman and you were training yourself. Yeah. No, so that's cool. And what are the biggest achievements you've had in the boxing industry thus far?
Mm, I had I had I had a silver medal at the MTC boxing championship, and then I had another silver at the nationals. So at the nationals, I fight with this other guy, this Jonas. That time he was an Olympian. So so now me, I'm just a local guy fighting this guy who had like
Olympic medals.
yeah, Olympic records and so on. Yeah, but the good thing was now is like you are fighting against these guys or this guy, and I could not really feel like he is, you know.
He's beating you up.
No, he didn't beat me up. It's just that I didn't feel. I was expecting to get a good,
Intimidated.
a good beating maybe or something.
Yeah.
But actually, it was like, you see, that's how I came to realize, like, no man, I'm actually good. Eh?
Okay. No, at least you managed to realize that, like, with it, was competing with some of the great people in that same industry. But did you remain in boxing alone, or did you branch out to any other activities? Because I mean, you went from soccer to boxing, and now, as I got to know him by virtue of doing fitness, and now you're in fitness.
Yeah.
So how did you transition from boxing to fitness?
This is what happened. The whole idea, my whole idea was like, I never had a goal to go to do professional boxing, but I always had a dream to go to the Olympics.
Okay.
So now what happened was this. So we had a championship. We had a championship in Windhoek, national championship, and then we had a national championship, and then from there we had like national camping. So whereby we are two now in the category, whereby we are fighting for the weight category. Only one boxer must go and represent Namibia
Okay.
at the Commonwealth Games.
Okay. What year was that?
Which year was that? 20. Was it 20? I think 2014. I think.
Okay.
2014. Yeah. So only one boxer in the 56 category need to go and represent Namibia. So now we are two in the category and only one should go.
And you had to fight that guy.
Yeah. So actually we are in training in camp, and
Okay.
only one person must go.
Okay.
So what happened was this. So while we are in camp, I felt like I always beat this guy every day, and yeah, I also felt like I was a better guy to go or to be selected. When it was selection time, then they took the other guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, it's fine. I was like disappointed. So then I felt like, no. Actually, now if you don't go to all African games, you don't go to World Games, you don't get the chance to go to Olympics. So what is the point of me doing boxing again? So that's how I moved from Arandes and I moved to Ngwediva, and that's something new, afresh. Yeah. So and then that's how I choose now fitness.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is now, me coming to the fitness gym, fitness gym, I found people struggling to lose weight, or people are having like the language was just different. Person would be talking about, no, I'm having a leg day, I'm having a shoulder day, doing arms today, and for me, I'm like, what these people are talking about, you know? So, but the whole main thing that captured my mind was like, people are struggling actually to lose weight. And for me, I'm like, people are struggling to lose weight, but actually this is the easiest thing, because me, I'm coming from from a weight governed sport.
Oh, okay. So like boxing really showed you that it is possible to lose weight.
Yeah,
easily.
very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that for me it was an eye opener, and then I was like, oh, if this, I could actually stay here for longer because I could solve this problem, you know. Yeah.
So now after like coming to the north, figuring that out, which gym did you start working with?
the first gym in Ongwediva, that's Yep, eh?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. No, then that's great. And like, was it still, because you know, you're saying that you're coming from a weight governed sport, you're seeing that people are struggling to lose weight, you see that you are capable of starting something new here. Was it easy for you to start something new here?
Uh, for me, it was easy, yes, because now I had a good guidance also, because the owner of the gym, actually what happened was he like how can I say, he give me like hands up already, like avoid this, avoid this, avoid this, you know. So, and that's now how I came to realize, you see, there's a business part, like we are in a fitness industry, but business wise, you see. So there's no way whereby, like in the boxing gym, you especially will come in there and you kill them with whatever workout, you know, and they won't even mind. They will come back tomorrow again. But now in the fitness gym, there is no way whereby you're gonna give somebody a killer workout and expect them to come back tomorrow. And remember now, if they don't come back tomorrow, then you are also losing money. Yeah.
Because I guess it makes sense, you know, in the boxing world, I feel like the people that come to boxing are like dedicated to it to the point that any kind of workout can work out for them.
Yeah.
But then the average person that you find at the gym, you find a mom, you find kids, you find teenagers. If you hit them with the gym workout, I think they'll be breathing out their chest the first day and they will never come back, which is quite true. But how did you manage to like suit it for them?
Yeah. So for me now was like, I know what works best and what works faster. So I just tried to adjust a little bit. I avoided like, because me, I know already where the problem is.
Okay.
So now working with this person, instead of using A B, I'll only use this. I'll only use this. I'll only use this. You know, instead of like using what I'm provided with, I tried other alternatives. Because if you go into a boxing gym, you won't find gym equipment and only a punching bag, a jump rope, and then the rest you do it your own body. Yeah.
Okay. So that, I guess that must have helped a lot. And you know, Sam, if there's one thing that I feel like you are known for is being loved by the people. And I think by virtue of that, it's pretty evident that your training allows for you to create much healthier looking people. And what testimonials have you had from people that you have worked with in the fitness industry?
I have a lot of them actually. I have a lot of them, and it's like I'm saying, you know, I have changed so many people that I didn't know what I was actually busy doing. For me, it's not a big thing because I have seen it before. I have, you know, you can do it. I can do it over and over, but I don't know how it affects others. I don't know how it changes one's life around. I don't really see it as big as that. But from the comments and so, I'm just like, okay. And like, I don't really used to even take pictures. Only now I'm aware I can take pictures because now I know now and I do understand what the picture can do and also just inspire others and so on. So actually, it's not only about the person you're also changing; it's about also inspiring others. So, yeah.
And what experience from out of the many testimonials you have has really touched you?
It's quite a lot.
Okay, maybe you can mention one.
It's like there's this young man. You know, as you train with a person, you get so comfortable. You guys get so comfortable with each other and so on. And then some people will send you a text message. Some people will tell you. And this young man was like, you know, I'm forever grateful because now even when I used to go to school, I will wait for the rest of the people to go out of the loo so that I can go to the loo because I was not comfortable when people
change in front of them.
Yeah, not change, even just go and just use the toilet or so. they are never comfortable. But now, actually, that is not even there anymore. It's like they are just free. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's actually very powerful.
Yeah, and for me, I'm like, and I don't even think of that. Why I don't think of that is because me myself, I was never like
in that situation.
in that situation, and I was never like big. That's why I never used to see all those things.
Before.
I could not really relate with what people are saying.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And you know what I can say about fitness is that it creates freedom in the sense that sometimes, you know, a person may not feel comfortable in their body and then they limit themselves to doing certain things. You hear a person say that, no, I'm not comfortable swimming because I look big. And then you hear a person say, I'm also not comfortable swimming because I look small. And it's various different insecurities that people face. But I guess you can agree with me to say that fitness helps people overcome certain insecurities.
100%. And this is, you see, like we are talking about fitness. You know? But when we talk about fitness, fitness is a big topic. You know? And what most of us, or what the majority of the people focus on, they focus only on a 1% of fitness.
Okay.
What do I mean now? You will find, like you said, when you go to the pool, maybe your insecurity is because you are not having a big body. I mean, big body because you are small. Then you find one, they don't want to swim because they feel like they are big. And we just talk about now their weight. But fitness is not actually about the weight. A person will go to the gym for weight loss. A person will go to the gym for weight gain. But then we forget about all the other benefits.
Like what other benefits?
Let me share something with you.
Because I guess, you know, in the situation where there's weight gain, weight loss, there must be other benefits. Because I don't think we all go to the gym for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's something that you wanted to show us.
Yeah. And it's not a problem for you to go to the gym for other reasons. It's not a problem. Each one, you know, when you go to the gym, like that's what I'm saying now. You will find me as a trainer, and you tell me, no, do you know what? Yes, I'm doing this and this and this. I want this and this and this. You are paying your money for that. You understand?
Yeah.
But me as a trainer, it's also my job to also educate you to know also other benefits. Your 1% brought you, but for me, I'll also enlighten you up with few.
You give me the 99% that's left.
Yeah.
You know, with the stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's not an easy thing to let the person do something that they are not paying, because they are not paying for that. You understand?
Yeah.
For example, you say, no, let's stretch. Then they are like, no, I don't want to stretch. Me, I just want to lose my I just want to do my squats.
Yeah.
You understand? Okay. What I wanted to share is this. Sound body, sound mind. Healthy body, healthy mind. Fit body, fit mind. Fitness, mental health. Mental health, freedom.
I guess like that's the pathway to a healthy life.
Yes, and then it goes like, exercise distracts from thinking too much.
That's for you overthinking people.
Yeah.
Also to think about, because I mean, what you just gave us now is basically the blueprint to living a healthy life. And I like something that you mentioned, because you said healthy mind. And now in a society where we're living, where mental health is such a topic everywhere, I guess what I would want to find out from you is that how does fitness play a role on mental health?
It plays a big role. So what happens is, let me say, you I don't want to say the gym. You go to a fitness center, you know, where you go and work out. When you go there, you find people. When you find people, you have a conversation. You came it's a place for exercise.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you come there, you start talking about other things. because there's also time for network. You will find someone who come in with their headsets, or they prefer to train with their headsets. It's not a problem. But the fact that you are doing something, already that environment, it plays a big role.
Exactly.
Yeah, it plays a big role, and it helps you clear your mind. So let me give you this an example. I don't know if you have noticed this. You will not think about a negative thing if you are, let me say, walking or running.
Really? I think I've never really ran paying attention to that, but I don't think I have thought of something negative whilst running, because I feel like
For me, I have never, and I don't think there is such a thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not concrete on that. But let me say, maybe like 95%. If you were having a challenge or something or anything, and you take a walk, that thing that made you take a walk when you are on that road, I don't think you're gonna start thinking about that thing. You're gonna start about something else. That's my belief.
And I guess that helps a lot with, and why I love the fact that fitness is reachable, especially in the north, considering that, when you came, there was one gym. Now there's two gyms. And then you look at it and you're like, you're coming from a stressful day at work. You are, or that's if you're gymming in the afternoon, or you're going to gym in the morning before work. I feel like a thing that, by virtue of also going to the gym, is that you learn to say that if you're able to lift weights in the gym, then you're able to lift the weights of the day that you're going to face.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it goes back to what you just said now, to say that there's no person who thinks of something negative when they are running.
Yeah.
And, now that goes and correlates to say, you know what, if you want a healthy mind, you have to start getting active also in getting into fitness.
Yeah, getting active, and it does not mean now getting active, or when you talk about fitness, like I want to stress on this one again. When we talk about fitness, we are not talking about a gym. Fitness is not a gym. A gym is a place where people go and do fitness. So fitness can happen anywhere.
Anyway.
Taking a dog for a walk, you are already exercising. Just going for a normal walk, you are exercising. Going for a swimming, exercising. If you dance in the house or dance to your favorite music, it's already exercising. So exercise can be in any form. You wake up in the morning, you do some few stretches, or you can even wake up and listen to something. It's also exercise, because now exercise is just like I said before. Exercise is a big thing. It's not just like a 1% thing. It's a big thing. Yeah, and with exercise, you will start being aware of yourself and your body.
And having self-awareness is very vital, not only in fitness, but also even in business. Because, when I look at what you're saying that if I exercise every day, or if I just exercise with whatever activity that I'm doing, as long as I'm staying active, and I start to develop that self-awareness of my body, what I've heard from trainers is like, watch how you breathe, watch how you position yourself, your form. It creates self-awareness. But then now, after the gym, when you leave the gym, you're able to say, you know what, I'm doing A, B, C, D wrong in my business. And I feel like one thing has to do with the other. So it doesn't only affect you in your physical life, but also in the mental life and its application in your day-to-day activities.
Yeah, let me just touch there about when you said about your breathing. Our body is a system. Or our body has systems. We have systems in our bodies. And those systems need to be serviced. We have cars, we take our cars for service. The body is also the same. And we have, in our daily lives, we have routines. The body also has its own routine. The body knows what time to sleep, what time to wake up. The body knows what time to go to the toilet and what time to eat. And the body has like a pattern of breathing. It knows when I'm exercising, I'm breathing at this certain rate or this pattern.
Okay.
That's why you find it now difficult when, if you don't exercise normally, and you start exercising, then you have a problem with breathing.
It's because your body doesn't know how you breathe when you're exercising.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Because now the system is now being, you are busy installing the system a new software maybe.
Yeah, look at this guy. Hey, we're now going into IT. But no, it's very factual. You know why I say that? Because now you make me think of like how our day-to-day habits reflect on our health.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, if your body doesn't know how you breathe when you're exercising, now the day you start, you expect yourself to be performing at peak level. You can't. I feel like it's something that you gradually grow into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen overnight, definitely. It takes some time.
Okay.
And let's touch on the topic of water. Because now we are busy with the system. Now this system, let me say for example, cars, we need oil, we need petrol, and. Because now this car need to run on these things.
Yeah.
With water, since we are using our brain to think, for you to think like 100%, or to give your brain a 100% performance, you need to drink water, or you have to keep it lubricated. Ne? And then our kidneys also need water.
Okay.
You understand? Our skin also need water. That's why sometimes, like for me, I experience people saying, "No, me, I don't sweat." Yes, you don't sweat because now, how will you sweat if there's no water in the body?
You have nothing to sweat.
There's nothing to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, especially with the ladies, I know they buy a lot of stuff for the face, and there's a lot of things out there which are being marketed out there very well. So this now, from my own understanding, if you drink water and you exercise, you sweat, right? Now, when you sweat, the dead or toxic comes out of your body. So that's why now, when you sweat, you will start seeing that your face will start glowing. What basically happens is when you buy this specific thing, this specific product, and you apply, it actually goes and kill that. It actually goes and go and kill those germs. That's why now you see when you use it, then you start glowing also. If you stop using it, then you also stop glowing.
Exactly.
You see?
Yeah.
But now, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer spending your money for the rest of your life, or you prefer rather to just exercise and sweat on a daily basis, or and then just have a natural glow?
Exactly. Yo, I think this part is gonna have slay queens jumping now because they are the ones who will be killing the makeup game. But no, I guess when you have to choose between fitness and buying a product that makes you look good, and fitness being something that you can do literally from home, any activity, I feel like anyone in their right mind would pick fitness.
Yeah.
Considering, personally for me, I didn't know that if you sweat, you are taking out your toxins and you end up glowing. I think I'm start exercising.
Everything
again.
that goes into the body should come out.
Makes sense.
And when it comes out in the form of what? It's obviously it's because the body is flushing, and it's obviously
Waste.
waste. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's actually good things to know. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've dived into this far. But Sam, concerning your brand now, how did you end up starting your fitness brand?
Actually, I got inspired by someone. I got inspired by someone. The guy is Rush Athletics.
Okay.
Rush Athletics is also inspired by someone, and it's Mayweather. And Mayweather is a boxing guy. So now, what happened is I saw Rush Athletics having a brand and having a community, and for me, I was like, actually, I can also do this.
Okay.
And at that time when I checked, he normally gives out tips, but the thing that touched me was him selling his merchandise, you know. And for me, I'm like, then I look at the bigger picture. I'm like, this guy is not a trainer, but he's just a guy being home and just accessing for himself, and created a brand for himself and his community, and the community like it. So what about if I also start the same? Actually, for me, I even have a good platform, because now I have people every day. I will not go and look for people. Actually, people are coming to me, and then I teach them how to do this thing already, you see.
Yeah.
Me being at the gym now. So that's how it started.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And the response was actually good. Yeah, the response was very good.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear. I mean, when it's not a bad thing to be inspired by people on social media. I think that's the whole purpose of social media, and that's something that you said earlier, to say the reason you would take pictures of people who have before and after
Yes.
pictures was to inspire the next person who's
Yeah.
at home struggling with their weight,
Yeah.
struggling with whatever they are dealing with mentally,
Yeah.
to come out of the house and work out. And now when you look at yourself and you are able to say that, you know what, I saw someone else
Yeah.
starting a brand from home, and I started my own brand, which is actually great to hear.
Yeah.
And personally, for me, guys, what I can say is, all this merch on the desk, you can hit up Sam in the DMs, and you can get some of the Freedom Fitness
on
brand.
Instagram.
Yeah, you can hit him up on Instagram. What's the name on Instagram?
Sam Freedom Fit.
Okay, Sam Freedom Fit, and then you can get yourself some really good merch for your next fitness run. And yeah, but another thing I want to find out from you is that how has been the progress with your brand? What have you managed to do within society thus far?
For me, the brand, to me myself, it has a meaning for myself.
Okay.
And everybody that buys or that loves the brand also have their own meaning.
Okay.
So it's not one particular thing. If I have to explain how I'm related to this, if you have to explain how you relate to that, it's going to be different. But the whole thing, we all want freedom.
Exactly.
Not only fitness freedom or freedom in fitness. It's freedom in fitness, freedom in finance, freedom mind-wise, Yeah. And what else? Yeah.
That's basically
Yeah.
freedom in most of the areas of our lives.
Yes. In all areas, yes. Yeah. That's a whole picture.
Okay. So what have you guys done as a brand per se? Because what I've known so far is that you guys have like breakfast runs as well, or morning runs
Yeah.
with your community. And how does that go?
You see, what happens is, like I said, the brand for me is like how can I say? It's like I can say core value. It's my core value.
Okay.
So me being here today and me be able to talk to you today is because I'm free with you. You see, and whenever I'm with you and I don't feel free anymore, then I will always, try and make myself free.
Okay.
And by making myself free, it's either I will talk to you or maybe I will distance away from you, and so and so and so on. So, and that's have been helping me a lot. And with my community people, they are maybe a bit worried because you move from this gym and then you go to this gym and then you start something like this and now you are here. Why? But you never explain to the people why. So for me, my own personal point is just that I'm always at a place when I'm free, but when I'm not free, I always excuse myself. That's why you see sometimes there's certain events which are happening, which I was involved in, and I'm no more in. It's because for me, there is no more freedom.
You're protecting your peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got nothing to do with anyone. It's just for my own personal.
Yeah. And I guess that's pretty much important in any industry that we're in, because you look at people, they just say, no, I'm working with what brand,
Yeah.
But then it doesn't align with their core values, like you've mentioned. But it's great to hear that you protect your peace not only for yourself but for the survival of your brand.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you're currently working on in the Freedom Fitness?
Like I said, fitness it's a big thing, and I look at it as a big thing. And me myself, me as a fitness person, I'm actually a boxing lover, and I'm into individual sports.
Okay.
So as a Freedom Fit brand, I would love to see a Namibian athlete being at the Olympics with a Namibian flag on this side and a Freedom Fit brand on the other side. And maybe me being a strength and conditioning coach for this athlete, or just something in that line.
And that's really great. And you know what I appreciate about that journey, Sam, is that you are not yet there, but you have already started by taking our mothers, our brothers and sisters, our fathers on some fitness trainings and boot camps. And if you can start at such a level, there's nothing that can stop you from ending up being the strength and conditioning coach for an athlete who's featuring in the Olympics. And I guess that's something that we do genuinely appreciate about your brand here in the North. So now, when we look at the whole asset of your brand, is there anything specific aside from the clothing that you offer?
Yeah, I do offer swimming and also jump rope for kids.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the clothing brand now, and some whole other things that I'm also planning up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess there must be a lot to watch out for in your brand.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And you see, what happens is, like you are saying, you see, like the way you are saying there now, you are talking about fitness, then you go brand, So those are the things that open up doors for me. With the fitness, open up more doors for me also, because now I just don't talk business anymore. Also, when you talk about branding, also now again, so which means now there are other brands who also want to be part of the brand, and I also want to work with other brands also.
Okay.
I also want to associate myself with other brands, like the other time, not the other time, but right now also we are also like having something with Real Good Chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, when we have our Saturday runs, then we have once a braai in the once in a month we have a braai after our running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shout out to Real Good Chicken.
No, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So no, Sam, we definitely appreciate that, and we appreciate the lessons that you've basically brought to us, in terms of fitness. But what I wanted to ask you is, let's say I finished my grade 11, right? I've passed, and I want to get into fitness. What do you suggest is the way that a young person can get into fitness right now?
You see, what happens is you yourself must, like for me when I do fitness, like there is something I can relate to. Like I always say, it's boxing. So for you must first find out what you like. Then from there you can build on that. Because now if you love tennis, you can start training people how to play tennis.
Okay.
Or you help them with your tennis drills. But it's actually for fitness. Now they are training now just for fitness, normal general fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, so the best thing to do is find what you love first, and then you can try and help others through what you love. Yeah.
No, that's actually great, solid advice. And I guess that advice not only applies to fitness. I feel like any concept or any idea that you have, or whatever activity that you want to get into, you first need to find out what activity that you like, and then build on that. Because I've seen that, many people, especially amongst Namibian youth, we have this thing where we say, does this thing make me money? Instead of saying, does this thing make me happy? Because what I've seen is that if I'm doing an activity that also generates revenue, but makes me happy, it's no more about the money.
Yeah.
Whatever amount I'm getting paid from it It's just about, does this thing make me happy? And you will see that by virtue of having more happiness, you end up making more money. Because you are doing this thing more, you're putting in effort, the passion is there. You know, it's not a thing where you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't feel like doing this today, you know.
And the thing is, what I have noticed also is that as you go throughout, you start meeting people also, and people will start advising you, and you find very good people who will advise you in the right directions. So, and like you are saying, you do something that you love, yes. Then you have to make also a living out of it also, yes. But now you find a guy like me. You know me, I'm very passionate about fitness, and I just want to train everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then you find someone who advise you like, no, yes, you are actually doing a great thing, and I can see that you are really liking this thing. But also you must also try and make a living out of this thing. So try and do this, try and do this, try and do this. You see, they direct you in the right directions, and then that's how. So that's how you end up like.
Growing.
Yeah,
you know,
growing,
after that
yes.
You grow.
Yeah.
And has it always been easy for you to take advice from people?
Yeah, you see, everybody will give their advice from their own opinions, and the best thing is just to listen, and then you go and analyze it also by yourself. If you feel like it's worth a take, you can take it. Sometimes it's not only for yourself. When you hear this, and then you also like fighting with yourself, like will it really work also, or do I need more opinions, you know? Then you talk maybe again to the next person about it, and you see also what they are also thinking. So yeah, advices from people. It always be willing to take advice. Yeah.
Okay.
At the end of the day, when you take it, it must also come from your own point of view. Like, yes, this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, there's this person that always advised me, and always remind me of my boxing coach, because they don't say, "Go do this." They will go like, "What do you think?"
Exactly. It has to come from you. You
Yeah,
know?
what do you think?
And you know what I like about that with coaches is that there's a statement for me that I had. You know, I used to play rugby, but like back in the day, young. And what I was told was that the coach cannot want to win more than the player.
Exactly.
Because if the coach wants to win more than the player, the coach does not remain a coach anymore. He becomes a player.
Yeah.
And if you're in an instance where you have a coach that's training you or someone that's out here giving you advice, if I want to win more than you and you are asking me for advice, it will never work, because you will never put in the work that's required for the advice that I'm giving you. And that goes back to like even in entrepreneurship, in business. You can come and get advice from experienced people. You can watch the podcast, but then if you're not going to apply anything that you've learned, I mean, you've really just wasted your time.
Yeah, I have this experience. I have seen many times coaches believing in their players, but the players don't believe in themselves. You find a disciplined player, and who is very disciplined, try to do like be at practice all the time, do sleep early, what, but this player is always not getting a chance to play. Then you find this player who the coach believes in them so much, and this player is the one that's messing up everything. Come to training late, sleep late, and all the other things that you can mention. But it's because now the coach believes too much in the player, and the player doesn't believe in themselves. And this applies to my training now also. I always think of it, and then I always tell my people, like, you see, for me, I have the information, and I give you the information. Whatever you do with the information is up to you.
Yeah, it's really just up to you. Because, think about it, Sam. There's no way I can tell you to say running is good for you if you are not going to run.
Yeah.
You understand? And there's no way you can run from whilst lying in bed.
Yeah.
It's like you have to actually stand up and go and do these things that are required from you.
Yeah.
And one thing I definitely appreciate from you is that your experience in boxing has allowed you to use that same experience in fitness that has then helped you to build your brand. Which goes back to say now that as much as sometimes we may think certain information only applies to one category of our lives, it applies to many facets. I guess it has to do with how do you manifest it in whatever activity you are participating in. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, for me, the brand have a meaning to me. Like the rope is like it's from boxing. Me, I'm a boxing lover. I'm good at jumping rope. So what happens when I jump rope? This rope, even if I was stressed or what, when I jump, and then after jumping, I feel so relaxed and nice and free.
Exactly. No, that's very good to hear.
Yeah.
No,
And let me just tell you a short story. You see what happens with the rope?
yeah.
The rope, like, you see, if you are let me say you are left-handed,
Yeah.
you always use your left side of your brain mostly. If you are right-handed, you use your right side of your brain mostly.
Okay.
If you are left-handed, you use your left side of the brain mostly.
Okay.
So now, when you get the rope and you jump, as you become advanced, you start seeing that you start using the other part of the brain which was not which you were not using.
Also, so skipping rope helps you use both sides of your brain.
100%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
100%.
Yo, I guess there's like so
You
many
can
phases with this.
you can try it out.
Uh-huh.
You see, there's a normal way of jumping.
Yeah.
And then they can add some drills. As time goes, you see. And it's scientifically proven that jump rope makes you smarter.
Wow.
And with the jump rope, we have 10 components of 10 fitness components. 10. We have 10 components of fitness.
Okay.
10 of them.
Okay.
And all the 10, it's part of the rope.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's
Whereby you
actually-
can say now it's speed, power, strength, agility, balance. You can name them all. They are part of the rope.
And it makes sense now why you were saying that boxers, in a boxing gym, you don't see all the weights and all the machines there.
Yeah.
You see them with just their rope and a punching bag. And it makes sense now when you say that there are 10 components of skipping rope.
If you can, let's think of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a heavyweight boxer or heavyweight champion. But Mike Tyson, you can Google even, you will find pictures of Mike Tyson over 100 kgs, but he's having a six-pack.
And how did he get that?
Sorry?
How does he maintain his a six-pack if he's weighing over 100 kgs?
What happens is, you see, with the rope, it's like, they say, it's like a what? How can I say this now? How do you call this when it's like you're trimming?
Oh, yeah,
trimming.
when you're
Like,
toning.
Yeah, and you're toning, but it's like
Shredding.
yeah, shredding, but it's like scouting.
Oh, okay.
You know, scouting. You just take the best, or you take what you don't want and you take what you want.
Okay.
That's what the rope does.
Oh, okay.
It's like it takes all the fat that you don't want and the muscle will remain.
Okay.
That's what the rope does. And I won't lie to you, this piece of equipment will change your whole life around. Or will turn your whole life around.
Okay. Well, that's actually good to hear, Sam.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this episode because we really dived into a lot about fitness. And I'm sure you guys would definitely appreciate this because if you want to get into fitness, this is definitely the episode for you to rewatch and watch over again, as there are many facets to it. But what I want to say is thank you so much, Sam, for sharing your story. And we've come towards the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and also please like and subscribe and share the podcast, and we've got many more episodes coming through soon. And yeah, thank you so much, Sam, for joining us on this episode.
No problem. Maybe my final words are just like, maybe if there is any, let me say this goes out to all the trainers, when people comes to us, we must not make them feel uncomfortable. Let's try and hear them out, and let's try to be a helping hand. And let us not push looks too much. Let's focus more on the things that matters the most.
Which is fitness, I
Which
guess.
is fitness, yes.
Yeah. No, that's actually great to hear. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this episode. And we hope to see you in the next episode, number 11. But for now, just like and subscribe and share the podcast. And yeah, bye.
Out.
Every day you gotta hustle. Flex, each and every day. Flex, you hustle. Need more beer. Flex, flex, you hustle. Hey, flex, 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 you hustle. Hey, flex, 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 you hustle. Hey, flex, 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 you hustle. Hey, flex, flex, hey, flex, you hustle.